Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about you can get the best coach in NBA 2K20 for my team for entirely free here in NBA 2K24 my team. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, it is not, in fact, dark matter. Greg Popovich, who I think is the best coach in the game, although he is also available this season if you get 30 wins over 30 days this season. But the new best coach in the game officially dropped today, and I'm not actually entirely sure where you would find him. Is he under franchise? Is he under rewards? Would he be over here as one of these coach cards? I'm not entirely sure, and I got to figure out where he actually would. I guess he's not. I don't know where they put coaches. That's the problem, honestly, is that I'm not entirely sure, like, apparently there's an Amethyst Kobe coach. I forgot that was even a thing. I cannot find these coaches. Like, I know that that he's in here somewhere, but I don't actually know where he would be situated. But the best coach in the game right now is Phil Jackson, Dark Matter. And I'm being completely honest with y'all, I truly don't know where to find this card. I wish I did, but I am honestly at a kind of a loss. I'm not even totally sure where else to look. Would he be under seasonal rewards? Oh, he'd probably be a season reward, wouldn't he? That would make sense, wouldn't it? All right, yeah, he's down here. Dark Matter Phil Jackson is the new best head coach in the game, and he can be attained for getting the 6 free spotlight players this season in NBA 2K24 my team, which are these GOAT series cards, the base 97s. If you get all 6 of these base 97s for free from completing the spotlights for Larry Bird, Shaquille O'Neal, MJ, Wemby, LeBron, and then today, which is T-Mac, you will get Dark Matter Phil Jackson, who is the best head coach in NBA 2K24 my team, because his boosts for the whole game are +6 mid-range, +6 3, +6 ball control, driving dunk, speed, and pass accuracy. In my opinion, ball control is still very important on a lot of cards who don't have an 86 ball handle, which there are still some, and can't burst. 3-point is always nice to get, as well as mid-range, especially on cards that may not be as elite 3-point shooters, which you may have 1 or 2 on your team. Speed is always nice to have, just to boost a card who may have 85 speed up to 91. You know what I mean? Just to get a nice little speed boost on all your cards. As a whole, these are the best coach boosts of any coach in the game. Greg Popovich boosts all defensive stuff. He's not bad either, and he is also available this season. He's been available. We've known about him all season. We knew about Phil Jackson being available all season as well, but we didn't know how good of a coach he was going to be until today when he was put in the game. And he is the best coach in the game, in my opinion, because the stats he boosts are more key than any other card. None of these other Pink Diamond or Galaxy Opal coaches that have been available this season or last season are, in my opinion, really even particularly close, because nobody else boosts 3 ball control and speed, which are probably the 3 most important attributes to boost. Also, the +6 mid-range and 3 ball really will help contribute to getting sharpshooting takeover on a lot of cards, which is also super duper nice. Like, as a whole, this Phil Jackson card is easily the best coach in the game, and like I said, he's not particularly hard to get. Literally all you have to do, you can go over here to challenges right here, skill challenges, and complete these 6 GOAT series challenges. Now, I've only done the Wemby challenge personally, but you can do all 6 of them, and honestly, none of them are hard to do. They're all in low difficulty. Larry Bird, score 60 points to the player. Shaq, score 61 points to the player without making a 3-pointer as a team. So you just have to remember to not shoot threes, but still, it's not particularly hard to do that, especially on pro difficulty with super high overall cards. 38 points on a player is the win condition with Galaxy Opal MJ in a 12-minute game. So these will just end when you score the 60 points or score the 38 points with a player. And you can use, again, any player. When the game is total 29 points, 11 assists, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks as a team. Again, not hard. Just got to make sure you get the 3 blocks. But it's even as a team. It's not with individual players or with an individual player, which is really nice. And then finally, T-Max today is win the game and score 62 shots to the player without attempting 38 shots with any player, which, again, should be really easy if you have any sort of skill at all. It should not be hard to complete this challenge on pro difficulty. So, as a whole, if you haven't done any of these challenges, you're probably looking at a total of maybe 2 hours of grinding. If you've done some or all of these challenges, it is literally going to be super duper easy. And that's the thing. The best head coach in the game, bar none, and it's not particularly close, is a maximum of like a 2-hour grind. Like, that's pretty nice at the end of the day. I actually think that's a W. Now, I am of the opinion that coaches should be a bigger part of my team early in their year. I feel like 2K always waits too long to implement coaches, and they always wind up losing their luster and losing their value by the end of the year. It'd be nice to see coaches more implemented as rewards and things like that earlier in the year when they would have a larger effect on cards that may not have quite as good stats and badges, because at this point in the game, nearly every card that drops is 95 everything pretty much, right? Like, for the most part, especially the cards that we're actually using on our squads are already like relatively close to GOAT cards. So you wind up getting these coaches, and they're useful. And I mean, Phil Jackson is still useful, but it may only be useful, his boosts, for a couple cards on your team. And that's the thing, is that some of your cards, I mean, most of your cards are going to be complete enough as is to where they really don't need it. But what I do like is the +6 mid-range and 3-ball will really help towards sharpshooting takeover on a lot of cards. And I think as a whole, easily the best coach in the game. And considering how easy he is to grind, it's almost a must get. Like, just there's no reason not to get this Phil Jackson card. And this is the type of thing that would be really cool to see earlier in the year. Coaches that have more variety to their boosts, and maybe badge boosts plus stat boosts, that type of stuff. But implementing it earlier in the year would be cool. The only thing they really did with coaches early in the year was that Pink Diamond Mike D'Antoni coach that was the lock-in reward for the 25th anniversary set in like January. And that's like the only thing they did with coaches until like the last season, pretty much. I think there was a Galaxy Opal Bill Russell a couple months ago as a coach card, but he was never good. And then they get late in the year and they start giving away coaches every week. They've been doing the WNBA coaches. They've been doing coaches as reward for things. Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson is free Dark Matter coaches this season. It's like, why did y'all wait till season 7 to start implementing something that could have been very, very neat, especially in season 2, season 3? Like, I feel like that's almost a missed opportunity for 2K, and something that would, I make the coaching idea a little bit more valuable. But as a whole, I actually think this weekend is a decent weekend of content, because between, I mean, these challenges, a lot of people probably aren't caught up on them, and that's totally fine. But between these challenges and obviously the deluxe pack, which you can get as always, and mode awards and a variety of other interesting things that have been added into the game this weekend, I do think there's a decent amount of stuff to grind. And with a really good mode award as well being Wes Unseld, who I'm going to make a video on in his own right here in just a little bit, because he is literally, with the way his grind is set up as well and what you get rewarded with in addition to Wes Unseld, not just him, that's probably the best mode award they've dropped in terms of a mode reward weekly grind, maybe all year. Really, really good job there as well. So I'm glad to see Phil Jackson be a good coach. And honestly, I'm a little surprised to see Phil Jackson be a good coach. Not that I expect him to be bad. I just didn't expect them to give him all the like most desirable shoe boosts. But I guess at this point in the year, it makes sense, and it is in game. So it's kind of cool to see the best coach in the game be completely free, and also a very, very nice coach that is really not hard to get at all. So this card's available for everyone, and he is absolutely super duper easy to get, so it's kind of a must-get card for the majority of the community, in my personal opinion. And I think that is all I have to say about that. Appreciate y'all for watching as always. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.